What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Raw review, Raw talk. I'm back at it with it. It's been a while. My bad. Honestly, I've been sleepy and lazy. I got the handy dandy rope notebook right here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share all that good stuff in the book. Um, Yeah, we're talking about Raw today. I guess a little catch up of what happened on Raw after SummerSlam. Uh, there's been a feud type thing going on with Damian Priest, Bobby Lashley, I think Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. That's the thing that's going on. Miz turned on Morrison last week. I think Xavier Woods had a win over somebody. I don't remember. I think I wrote it. Nope. That's SmackDown. If I saw that. Kind of went over somebody. Was it Jinder Mahal? No, it wasn't Jinder Mahal. Oh, it was. He had a win over the Miz, and that's when the Miz turned on John Morrison. That's what it was. Okay, I knew that. Let's see. Karrion Kross faced Ricochet. Karrion Kross looked like a homeless person. Logan Paul was on the show last week, and the crowd hated it. Mansoor got a win over Jinder Mahal by disqualification. Charlotte talked a lot, and then Bliss came out, and her and Lily did a thing, but then Lily wasn't there this week, so that was kind of weird. Tag team match last week between Nia and Shayna versus Nikki and Rhea Ripley. Rhea and Nikki win. RKO did a celebration, and it was great. And I think Brandy got a scooter from Matt Riddle, and then Brandy beat almost over with the scooter, so that was fun. So back to Raw this week. It was good stuff. I enjoyed it. I like what's going on Raw right now. Last week was really good. This week was good again. There's been no rematch. Well, there was last week. It was Riddle and AJ. That was a rematch. But besides that, there was no rematches last week. There's been no really rematches this week. We got fantastic triple threat match. We got another couple cool matches. So we're just gonna get right into it. Last week, MVP and Bobby Lashley opened up the show. This week is Damian Priest. Damian Priest comes out and he pretty much says that Bobby Lashley is a coward, hiding behind MVP. He said he's not going to take the coward way out. He's going to do an open challenge. He said anybody who wants to do it, have a crack at it. Sheamus comes out. He was like, hey, I agree with you on Bobby Lashley. He's a bum. Forget him. I also like this open challenge thing that you're doing, because he said he wanted to be like Rey Mysterio, John Cena. I think he mentioned Eddie. Did he mention Eddie Guerrero? He might have mentioned Eddie Guerrero and Edge too. I don't remember. But he said that he wanted to be like that, so he did the open challenge. Sheamus said he accepts it. And then Drew McIntyre comes out. He was like, "Hey, you had your chance. How about we get a fresh matchup? Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest." And Damian Priest was like, "Oh yeah, no, that sounds like great. I like that idea." And I said yes. And then Sheamus was like, "Oh wait, whoa, I was here first. Remember me?" And then Drew McIntyre was like, "Bro, we're tired of seeing you getting beat by him like every single week. It's like fresh guy." And then Bobby Lashley and MVP come out, and they talk about whatever happened with Goldberg's son. It wasn't their fault, which it wasn't. Look, nobody told that little boy to get in the ring. He's 9 years old. What? He's 9, 10 years old. Nobody told him to get in the ring. That's his business. And he said that, how about the Almighty add to his collection? He's already beaten everybody. He's beaten Sheamus. He's beaten Drew McIntyre, all those other people. He beat Goldberg. he was like, now it's time for the champ to be a double champ. And then RKBro come out. I was like, okay, Randy Orton and Matt Riddle about to be tag team, about to be U.S. champion. Okay, they both former U.S. champions. I respect it. But Riddle started talking, and Randy Orton was like, all right, stop talking. He was like, what he trying to say was that you're both. He said that Bobby Lashley's an asshole. He called him. He said that he um, greedy, thinking that he's gonna win 2 titles. And Bobby was like, "Hey, I can win 2 titles, but it don't gotta be the United States Championship. I could come out here and take your titles." And then Matt Riddle was like, "Hey, is that a challenge? Hey, how about we get RK-Bro versus MVP and Bobby Lashley?" I think he called him Bobby Lashley's like sidekick, baby boy, or something like that. I don't know. He said something. I didn't write it down, but yeah, that was all good stuff. And then Pierce and Sonya come out. They said we're gonna have a triple threat match for the United States Championship. It's going to Damian Priest versus Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. And then they're gonna do RK-Bro defending their tag titles against Bobby Lashley and MVP. So great start to a solid opening. It was all over the place, but it was a solid opening that made the U.S. title feel important, which it probably hasn't felt that way. Maybe since Bobby Lashley had it when he held it like last year or the year before, something like that. So good start. Drew coming after the title. Bobby Lashley wanted to be the champion and stuff like that. It was good stuff. Next up, which was also not bad, Rhea Ripley versus Shayna Baszler. This has probably been the best that we've seen Shayna in a while, since NXT definitely, and maybe since her original call up when she did the whole elimination chamber and she just like eliminated everybody by herself. This is probably the best she's looked since then. Joint manipulation. She was all up on Rhea Ripley. She was, stomping her feet she stomped her hand out the apron. She put her in a whole bunch of submissions. She was reversing moves. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. There's a lot of good back and forth between those two. Rhea was getting the upper hand towards the end, and then Nia Jax comes around, beats up Nikki ASH, because she was in her corner. And then I thought Shayna was actually going to get the win. I was like, oh, they're going to give Shayna a win. Good for her. Nah. Rhea Ripley still wins the way that Shayna always loses, and that's via roll-up. After the match, Nia Jax beats up Rhea Ripley, who had made a promise earlier. She said, I don't know my partner could beat you because she's a little poopy, but I'm gonna make sure that I would take out you, and I'm gonna take out Nikki Ash, and then later on I'm gonna take out Charlotte Flair, which we will talk about later too. And she did that. She took out Nikki Ash, ASH, whatever, and then she beat up Rhea Ripley after she had beat Shayna Baszler. And then Shayna was just sitting on the apron like, oh, I hate it here. I was like, I feel you, girl. But that was a fun match. That was good stuff. That was almost NXT-like, but just a little couple of minutes less. But it was good stuff. Veer and Jinder Mahal had a match against the Viking Raiders. That was a match. It was fine. It was nothing bad. It was kind of random that it was Veer and Jinder and not Veer and Shanky. But the Raiders talked about being taking out anybody who's going to be in their path. There was a lot of fun stuff in this. Some good knees by the Viking Raiders. Veer and Jinder worked weirdly well together. They got a couple of offense in. Jinder hit couple good, cool knees on Ivar. Ivar is the bald one. I think it's Ivar. Hit it on him. I think Veer hit a superplex on Veer. Veer hit a superplex on Veer. Ivar hit a... No, is it Eric? No, Eric got his ball. Ivar got the hair. So Eric hit a superplex on Veer, which was impressive. And then he does a scoop slam thing on what's my boy, the other one, Ivar. He scoop slams Ivar and slams him on them for me. That's good stuff. But yeah, in the end, Viking experience. I think. Eric had did like an assisted somersault cannonball thing on the outside. He goes in the ring. Jinder brings him in the ring. He tags him in. He tags Eric in, I think, and they hit the Viking experience on Jinder. They win. Yeah, it was fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I like that they're building up the tag team division. They got Randy, they got RKBro, they got AJ and Omos still. They got the Viking Raiders. They still got Mansoor and Mustafa. They have T-Bar and Mace. They got them in the tag team division. So I mean, their division is growing. It's growing, and I like it. I likes all of it. Even this was fine. It was supposed to be a match between. Oh wait, time out. Nope, just kidding. I lied. Yeah, Drew versus Sheamus versus Priest. Yeah, this match was fire. I was looking down and I saw Eva Marie versus Doudrop, which I thought was also fine. But yeah, Drew versus Sheamus versus Priest. Oh my god, it was so good. This match was flames. They do their triple threats. Oh, so they both so they get in the ring. Bell starts and they both gang up on Sheamus first. They take him out because he's a bad guy and they want their one-on-one match because that's what they've been wanting. Drew McIntyre just flies over the top rope. Sheamus takes out Damian Priest a little bit. He brings him on like the barricade, and Sheamus went to bring McIntyre over. I Irish whip him over there with him, but he reversed it, and then Damian Priest like does the flippity, he does the woo, and then he goes over the barricade like that, and then Drew McIntyre's like you, one-on-one, and then they snap, and then they did one-on-one stuff. It was all what is that? Oh, that's my UPS thing, and that was all fantastic stuff. Yeah, that was money. It was just great. If you don't watch anything on Raw, you watch that match. There was Glasgow kisses. There was Drew McIntyre went to go for Claymore on Sheamus, and Sheamus reversed it into the bicycle knee, which was close to. Drew McIntyre just throwing everybody all over the place. Damian Priest being great. He was just spinning heel kicks all over the place. They did the trio woe thing where Drew McIntyre was at the bottom of the tree thing, bottom at the turnbuckle, and then Sheamus went to superplex Damian Priest, and then Drew McIntyre did his thing where he picked him up and he's like Germaned Sheamus, and Sheamus ended up superplexing Damian Priest. That was fire. Damian Priest went to hit. No, Drew McIntyre went to hit like I think the Future Shock DDT on Damian Priest, but Damian Priest kind of reversed it, and then he got hit in the face with a bro kick by Sheamus, and then Sheamus ended up being a Future Shock DDT for a 2. That's when he was about to hit the Claymore, and then he hit the bicycle knee, and then he did a white noise from the top, and Drew kicked out, and Damian Priest saved it at the same time, and then they're about to go up. Damian Priest is about to hit the Reckoning. Drew McIntyre comes, boom, hits a Claymore, but Damian Priest gets out the way, and he Claymores Sheamus, and then he's about to like scoop up Damian Priest, but he like got out the way. Boom, hit the Reckoning. 1, 2, 3, clean as a whistle sheet. Baby's bottom. Damian Priest pins Drew McIntyre. Oh, that match was fire. And at the end, they shook hands. Just give me that match one-on-one. Just give me one of those one-on-one matches. Oh my god, that match was fire. Oh, that match was really good. That match made me happy. After that, we got Goldberg wants Bobby's soul. I don't care. There was 24/7 stuff. He was talking about Reggie talked about he was like grew up in the streets, always be around surroundings, and then Truth was there with Tozawa, who was like a dog, and he was chasing around the park. To the Truth, he was like, he was climbing up stuff. He was like, I can't climb up ladders. I got arachnophobia. There could be spiders up there, which is hilarious. Because he had the gimmick about him being scared of spiders and ladders and stuff like that. That was hilarious. And then he was trying to get Tozawa to sick him. And then he just like flipped over him and he jumped all over the place. It was pretty entertaining. I wasn't mad at it. Next up, Eva Marie versus Doudrop, like I said, wasn't even bad because the match never happened. Doudrop went to beat up Eva Marie. I think she like turned around and then she beat her up. She took her out. She slammed her, hit a splash on her, and the ref said that she couldn't continue. And Doudrop said the winner of this match or the loser of this match. No, she said the winner of this match, Doudrop. Yay! And that was it. Next up, we got Charlotte. Nope, just kidding. Charlotte had an interview. I think she said she was going to beat Nia Jax because she's a champion. 12 times. 12 times. 12 times. 12 times. Woo! Karrion Kross versus Humberto Carrillo. Match was short. I still don't like the way Karrion Kross looked. He still wins. I said Carlito. Humberto got a little bit of offense towards the end, but he got Saito suplexed, cross jacket, over. The best thing about that is he gets to use a cross jacket, which is a great submission move. Next up is a thing. Nia said that she's gonna take out Charlotte Flair. And then Riddle and Randy Orton had a backstage promo. It was hilarious. They were talking about their opponents, and then they was talking about things that Riddle was good at. He just named a whole bunch of things that he was good at. And then Randy was like, "Are you sure about that?" He was like, "Sorry about that." He was like, "Hey, only thing that you need to really be good at tonight is beating up MVP and Bobby Lashley and us retaining these titles." He's like, yeah, sure, Randy. But I'm also good at being a bro and scootering. And then Randy was like, okay, I'm leaving now. That's great. Next up is Charlotte versus Nia. Yup, that match happened. Yeah. It started off like fine. It was what it was at first. And then towards like the middle and end, it just got like really weird. It was almost like they started like shoot, like hitting each other. Like Nia would like I think slammed her like really hard, and then Charlotte got back up and she just started slapping Nia. She started hitting Nia. Nia started hitting her back. Yeah, this match was. A lot of people liked it. They said it was more real. I thought it was really sloppy. I didn't really like it. Towards the end, it was like sloppy and it was just like picking up each other. They was trying to drag each other. It wasn't for me. Nia did win. She used that slam thing that Raquel Gonzalez used for her finisher. Nia used that and beat Charlotte Flair clean as a whistle. We just beating people clean as a whistle tonight. So yeah, she's gonna probably get a match at Extreme Rules. She's not gonna win it, but she'll have that match at Extreme Rules. Next week got Morrison. He comes out and he's backstage and he was saying that he had a match. He said he was supposed to face Miz. Miz ran off, said he was in Hollywood or whatever the excuse was. He was like, I wanted to prove that I'm the bigger man, so I went to Pearson. I went to go against the biggest man I know, and that's you. And the Pans and his Omos. He's like, sucks to be you. And then he goes out to the ring. It's him and AJ Styles. Goes out there, and then it's John Morrison versus Omos. And this match was short. Yeah, he got no offense. He tried to get the drip stick in there. Almost said, "Get that out of here." Slapped it, beat him up. There was a couple of like a little shaky spots. He went to slam him. I think there was a thing where Almost went to like toss John Morrison over the steps, uh, but he like jumped over it, which was dope. But then he tried to like kind of come back to the stairs and like use the stairs to do some flippy stuff. And I think Omos was supposed to like like clothesline him in like midair, but he kind of didn't uh, until he did it again. The ref had already started counting. He was almost at like 10 and almost lost by DQ, which would have been hilarious. But he got them both in, and he went back in and he did his slam thing and almost wins. Uh, they go celebrate a little bit, and then New Day music hit. Crowd goes crazy. Xavier Woods is out. He has a match with AJ Styles. This match was also good, but it was really short. I wish it was longer, but it wasn't. Xavier Woods is one of my favorites right now. He's still underrated. He's really good at wrestling. AJ Styles, again, it's AJ Styles. He's probably my favorite wrestler right now in wrestling. Yeah, it's AJ Styles. It's probably been AJ Styles for some years. AJ Styles is fantastic. They had a good match. Xavier Woods is really good. He keeps doing new things every time I see him. He does little small new things every week, which is great. He does, unfortunately, end up tapping out to the calf crusher. He was this close to the ropes. He was like this is the ropes. He was like right there, and then taps out right there. I was like, it's unfortunate. But yeah, that was good stuff. That was a good match. I liked it. I like that Xavier Woods is getting more one-on-one time, like more one-on-one wrestling, because he's fantastic. He deserves one-on-one. King of the ring. King of the ring. It's good stuff. As he comes out, or as he's celebrating again, he gets interrupted again, this time by Riddle, who's about to have his title match with Orton against MVP and actually, I'm sleepy. I'm sorry. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. He had their match against them. Again, fun match. Randy Orton's on the outside a lot. Riddle is being isolated. He's getting mollywopped by Bobby Lashley. AJ Styles is on commentary. He was talking about pretty much how when Bobby Lashley's in the ring, you know, he takes over, he takes control, he has good movement, and then he just tags an MVP. It's like he's almost amazing, and then he just tags an MVP. But yeah, no, it was a fun match. You know, it's always a treat to see MVP wrestle because he doesn't really do it often. So that's always fun. You knew that they were going to retain the titles. We knew MVP was going to take the L. Again, we also saw Drew McIntyre take an L. We saw Charlotte take an L. So Bobby Lashley would have took an L. It would have been the most bizarre Raw of all time. But he didn't. MVP took it, but then again, you can also get at AJ and Omos with Bobby Lashley and MVP, because you can say, well, we had it under control like we always do, but you guys decided you wanted to stick your nose in our business because Randy Orton got the hot tag. He was going crazy. He was going on everybody. He was DDTing people. He was hitting people with the power slams and clotheslines and the stomps and the things that Randy Orton does that makes Randy Orton great. He goes to tag in. He goes to tag back in Riddle. They're fighting or whatever, and then Omos goes after Randy Orton. He tries to pick him up and like slam or whatever. Randy Orton gets out the way. There's a whole commotion. Randy Orton pushes MVP on the steel post thing, and then floating bro from the bro onto MVP. I think he did that to Bobby Lashley as well, but he kicked out or whatever. Something happened, but he got it on MVP. And 1, 2, 3, still tag team champions. Bobby Lashley attacks MVP, or no, he doesn't. I lied. Bobby Lashley attacks Matt Riddle, and then Randy Orton RKO's Bobby Lashley. So, yeah. And then the crowd goes crazy. And yep, RKBro is over AF. That was the show. That was a decent show. If I were to grade Raw, I would give Raw a B plus. I'd give it a B plus if I would grade Raw. The opening stuff was pretty decent to me. The triple threat match was fire. The tag team match was really good. AJ and Woods was good. Shayna and Nia was good. They got new matches. Like every match was a new match. Rhea versus Shayna was a new match on Raw. The Raiders was on TV versus Veer and Jinder. That was a new match. Drew Sheamus Priest was a triple threat. That was a new matchup. Eva Marie versus Doudrop. It was what it was. Charlotte versus Nia was a new matchup. Karen Cross versus Humberto was a new matchup. Morrison versus Omos was a new matchup. Okay, well, AJ versus Woods wasn't a new matchup, but we haven't seen it in a while. And then the tag match with RK-Bro and MVP and Lashley was a new matchup. So that's a W to me. That's a W. And the matches weren't horrible. So I mean, as long as every week they keep doing this, they put Damian Priest in the main event. They got Sheamus in the main event. They have Bobby Lashley in the main event. They have Sheamus in the main event. You just threw the tag team champions and Omos and AJ in that main event now, who was also in the U.S. title picture, who's also in the tag title picture. You got those group of people that's in that picture. I think that there's good stuff. There's good stuff in there. You just got Randy Orton, who did RKO with Bobby Lashley, so that's going to be a thing now. AJ Styles is probably going to be mad, or Bobby Lashley's probably going to be mad at AJ Styles, because that could be a thing now. So there's a lot of things that could be happening on Raw, and I like all of it. So yeah, what did you guys think about that? Let me know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.